Greetings, students. I'm Mac Banks, Dean of the Bryan School of Business and Economics, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this virtual session where I'm going to talk to you about the unique strengths of the Bryan School, but at the same time, I am looking forward to seeing you on campus. And let me speak to that for a moment. If you choose the Bryan School of Business and Economics, I want to assure you that next fall, we will be able to meet your educational needs. Whether we have face-to-face classes next fall, or we have online courses. The Bryan School has been delivering online courses for well over a decade. We are experts in that. We are ranked in many programs for our online education. So we would be delighted to welcome you that way if it turns out that face-to-face courses are not possible. But let me move on to the unique strengths of the Bryan School. One of the things that is really unique about us is that we educate our students to be exceptional problem solvers. Why is that important? Because executives told us that that's how they got to the corner office. That's how they became successful executives. They could solve problems better than other people in their organization. While many business schools talk about producing leaders, the fact of the matter is that companies don't come to the business school looking to hire a CEO. They look for people with leadership potential. The question is, how do you get to that corner office? And we found the way to do it. It's through educating our students to be exceptional problem solvers. The second unique quality of the Bryan School compared to other business schools is that we ask these very same executives, what do you want in the students that you hire? And they told us four things. We want innovation, globalization, sustainability, and ethics from all of these students. Now, I don't have time to go into all of those in this brief message, but I do want to assure you that the Bryan School has taken those four things and integrated them tightly into the curriculum. So that same curriculum is going to help you become an exceptional problem solver, but at the same time, you will graduate understanding innovation, globalization, sustainability, and ethics. The reason that's important is that most other business schools will talk about one of those things. So you might graduate knowing about innovation, but not the other three, or globalization and not the other three, or maybe two of those four. But you're not going to graduate understanding all four of those except from the Bryan School of Business and Economics. The third way that we are unique is that virtually every single one of our students, in fact, every single one of our students graduates with a hands-on experience. Now, in the apparel product design program, those students are developing new designs, they're creating the garments about those designs, and they're showing those all over the city, all over the state, some national competitions, and so on. But for everyone else, you are doing hands-on consulting projects for real organizations. Why is that important? Number one, it gets you out in front of the organization. It helps you develop contacts in those organizations. But most importantly, it gives you a chance to exercise those problem-solving skills. You're solving a real problem for a real organization. Now, here's the other reason why it's important. When you walk into a job interview, you have the opportunity to walk in and say, my name is so-and-so, and this is the value that I can bring to your organization, and this is how I can prove to you that I can bring that value to your organization. And then you launch into a discussion about the hands-on projects that you've done and the problems that you've solved for real organizations. Most students walk in and say, hi, I'm so-and-so. These are the courses that we've taken. Which is more powerful, do you think? The recitation of the courses taken or the value that project experiences have brought to real organizations? I can tell you that will move your resume from the middle of the stack to the top of the stack. The fourth way that we're different is global experience. We want all of our students to have a global experience in the Bryan School. Now, that could be standard study abroad of a semester or a year. It could be a 2-week summer abroad. It could be a 10-day spring break summer abroad trip. But all of our students are required to do what's called X-Culture. And X-Culture puts our students in virtual teams with students from other universities all around the world to solve real problems for real organizations. So you might be solving a problem for Mercedes trucks out of Germany, or Hard Rock International out of Miami, Florida, or who knows where the company might be. The point is that you're going to be in a virtual team. By the way, that's really important right now. This COVID-19 virus has people working from home, and they're working in virtual teams. And most most people are struggling with that. They don't know how to do that. Well, we're teaching you how to do that, so you'll be an expert at it when you graduate. But they're working in virtual teams. They're learning how to work across language barriers. They're learning how to work across culture barriers. They're learning how to work across time zones. They're learning how to work across university calendars. When it's Thanksgiving here in the US, it's not Thanksgiving anywhere else. So that's really important to understand those cultural differences. Global experiences is a difference. Another key difference, uniqueness for us, is our student success program. We realized a few years ago that we wanted our students to have the best possible chance to get the very best jobs out there. And that in order to do that, we needed to put our students through a standard program that they would experience in their first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. So we created 4 one-credit-hour courses, one each of those years, and you'll focus on personal success and leadership. You'll focus on professional success and leadership. You'll focus on global mindset and leadership, and you'll focus on leadership that ultimately leads to a certificate as an emerging leader from BB&T, which is our leadership partner. The point is that we are one of 3 or 4 schools in the entire United States that requires this of our students, and we have seen it make a tremendous difference in their level of preparation and their ability to stand for the very best jobs that are available. And then the final way I think we're different is something that actually attracted me to UNCG and the Bryan School, and that's that our students have a unique bond, a special bond with our faculty members and our staff. They actually care about one another. They help one another. I mean, it's a very different environment. We see that quite often in small private universities or colleges, but it's very rare to find it in a large public university or even a mid-sized public university. But we have that at the Bryan School, and it really helps our students feel a part of what we're doing. We have close relationships with them. I have close relationships with them, and we are excited when they come to us and they work with us in a variety of ways. Of course, the other thing we could talk about is rankings. We have all kinds of rankings. I'm not going to bother to go into those. But here's the point. In the fall, we want you to come to UNCG and become part of the Bryan School family at UNC Greensboro. I look forward to seeing you there. Take care and be safe.